on this game Tetris, which he believes will change the world. Which, I mean, hindsight being 2020, it 100% did. I am playing an emulator of a game that came out literally when I was born, and play 3 different versions of it pretty consistently. Hello and welcome to a special version of Blockbuster Reviews. I usually play a game of Tetris Effect or Tetris 99, but I will be kicking it old school here with the original Tetris as it appeared on Game Boy using the Switch. And the typical rule was no spoilers for the film until I reach line 50. I don't know how that's going to work for this one exactly, but here we go. Tetris is a movie that came out very, very recently. In fact, I watched it today, which is the day it came out. And it follows the story of Tetris itself. Its origins from creator Alexei Pajitnov, which I don't know how to pronounce and I don't want to butcher. And American businessman Hank Rogers, who discovers Tetris at a consumer expo and realizes what potential the game is, and then does his darndest to bring it to the world. And then what happens is a tangled web of corporate corruption and then literal political corruption in the country of Russia during the late 80s. I dug this film. Dug it a whole bunch. And it's not just because I dig Tetris, which I don't know if you didn't know by the fact that I review movies while playing Tetris all the time. But I saw the trailer for this bad boy, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to see it. I'm going to have to see it as soon as possible, and most likely review it while playing the game that it's about. I remember hearing about this story and thinking like, oh, great. Another movie about the origins of a video game. Here's Hollywood trying to get at video games again, trying to make money on a business that's making more money than them. But then I saw the trailer and I was like, I did not know that there was this much drama surrounding the origins of one of my favorite video games. I gotta check it out, and it didn't disappoint. See, this character, Hank, he's one of these classic characters that's everything on a single idea because he truly believes it will change everything. And in doing so, incurs the wrath of the Russian government. And wow, I'm already in danger of losing this game because I know that original Tetris is not forgiving when blocks actually touch each other. But this Hank Rogers character is really just betting everything. Going double or nothing, triple or nothing, all on this game Tetris, which he believes will change the world. Which, I mean, hindsight being 2020, it 100% did. I am playing an emulator of a game that came out literally when I was born, and play 3 different versions of it pretty consistently. So that dude was right, but he has the entire Russian government in his way, and not just the Russian government itself, but different actors in that government who, some are corrupt, some are just looking out for the best interest of their country, they believe. Others are corrupt businessmen in Britain. I wish I remembered exactly their names. I don't want to read it now, but it's the Maxwell family, who are literally, it seems like knee-deep in corruption or fraud from the very beginning based on some clues early on, and then by the end of the movie, I'm not even at line 50, I'm not even close. Oh boy, this review is going to be over quick because I underestimated the harshness of original Tetris. But it's really a bunch of guys arguing over who owns Tetris, which should seem like a very easy thing to figure out. Who's the person or the entity that owns Tetris? This guy says he owns it, this guy says he owns it on this guy says they own it on that, and it all comes down to the fact that nobody owned it, and now this Moscow company and essentially the Moscow, government, the government of Russia, own the rights to something that will be making a lot of money, but the question is who's going to get it and who's going to win out. So it's all these people lying to each other and lying about what they can get and who they are, and really the only semi-honest person at the center of it is Hank Rogers and his budding relationship with the creator Alexei, which is you know, touched upon a little bit in the movie, and then kind of ridden out as you continue in the story, where Alexei is not too sure. He knows how bad things can get in Russia due to some past dealings with his family, and I believe he kind of, you know, gets a little rebellious in helping this American businessman, and eventually would be a part of, I think, probably one of the greatest video games of all time. And I seem stilted and not sure what I'm going to say, because I honestly feel like this could end at any moment, because I know how unforgiving the original Tetris can be. Usually I'm kind of zipping all over this thing, but I don't want to end it too quickly. In terms of the performances, I've never really had a problem with anything I've seen Taron Egerton in. I thought he was great in Eddie the Eagle. I thought he was all right in the Kingsman movies. I didn't really like them on their own that much, but I thought he did a great job. Loved him in Rocket Man. Thought that was a dope movie. But and everybody else kind of killed it in this. Like, everybody was really believable in their own way, and had such different perspectives on this crazy story of just a video game. Just this video game. And I think one of my favorite moments is just how everybody thinks they have a claim to this video game in some way, and the only person who's kind of just quiet through the whole thing is the dude that actually created it. And honestly, and of course we have to take that a grain of salt with every movie based on a true story, where we don't know how accurate the moment-to-moment things are, and what things were kind of juiced and what were sanded down for the story. But it was good stuff. Oh, and that's the original Tetris for you. Tetris. It is currently only on Apple TV. That's where I saw it. I recommend it. I say you should go watch it. I feel like I didn't really spend that much time talking about it because of the original Tetris mojo. Have a good one. Peace.